Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Astro-Ascension Tarot. Welcome to another edition of Live Tarot and Astro-Dice. My name is Astro-Ascension. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. So tonight we're gonna be focusing on Persephone, the queen of the underworld, and the bringer of spring and the bringer of life. When she arrives from the underworld. So tonight we're going to be talking about what is Persephone awakening in you. So that's the topic for tonight. And before I get into that, I'm going to welcome everybody to the stream. Welcome Mother Panda. How are you doing tonight? It's great seeing you guys here. So tonight I'm going to be doing live readings based around this topic, and be answering community questions on that. And then also I'm going to get into a little bit of the astrology for today. Mercury has gone back in direct, so if things were haywire for you, now they're gonna start to come back into order. So yeah, that's what's going on astrologically. Yeah, so I'm gonna get started on the collective message, which is, what is Persephone awakening in the collective? I'm asking Lady Persephone, what are you awakening in the collective? What are you awakening for the people here, for the community? What are you awakening? What are you awakening in the collective at this time, Persephone? What are you awakening in the collective at this time? What are you awakening in the world? What are you awakening in the world? Alright, so I'm going to divide the deck into 3. Alright. So, in Saturn's position, we have the Princess of Pentacles reversed. So that's the challenge position. In the Jupiter position, we have the Hermit reversed. In the Mercury position, we have the Six of Cups reversed. And finally, in the Mars position, we have the Empress reversed. So we have all reversals here. So there's some blockages going on here. So in the Saturn position, we have the Princess of Pentacles reversed here. So it feels like for us that we're not receiving so much abundance. So what Persephone is saying is that you need to maybe reserve your resources. So that's the Saturnian lesson here is maybe reserve. So the challenge is that we're not receiving so much wealth as we are supposed to right now. So the challenge is to get an opportunity, have an opportunity arise here with the Princess of Pentacles reversed. Now in the Jupiter position, we have the Hermit reversed. So the opportunity here is to come out into the open. Also, to withdraw from being reserved. But also, when this is in the Jupiter position, we do need to be cautious about bringing her energy in too much of the open. But we need to remember to be cautious here with the Hermit reverse here. So it feels like here feels like we're taking risks here with that. So now Mercury's position, Six of Cups reverse. So in these times here, it brings disharmony. So so this is a time of learning. So what's awakening is that we need to bring in more wealth into this world, bringing more life here. So it feels like for us spring is coming very slowly for us. So at this point, this brings disharmony into the message. So Mercury's advice is to do not let whatever is affecting you to move forward in life here. So that's Mercury's message here. So although we need to be cautious, although we need to be open, but it's important that we have to be cautious here with that. So now finally in the Mars position, we have the Empress reversed. So future wise, I feel like abundance is gonna come slowly here. I feel like the Empress reverse is like saying you need to create your own wealth. It's not gonna come to you automatically, but it's time to work on that. So that's what I'm seeing with this message here. So now I'm going to do the astrology dice. Alright, so we have Neptune in Taurus in the 7th house. So this is in regards to relationships here. So Neptune in Taurus brings this false sense of security in relationships, false sense of value in relationships, in people that you want to connect to, with Neptune in Taurus in the 7th house here. So so beware of that. Beware of the false sense of security, false sense of stability in relationships. So that's what Persephone is also awakening in people, is like, you can't be, I feel like some people are a little too comfortable in relationships. So so there's that false sense of stability and comfort in that. So that's what I see with Neptune in Taurus in the 7th house here. So you have to use your intuition here. So hope that resonates for the collective. And now I'll go on to opening up the chat for questions. And before I do that, one free question per person. Free 3-card readings are picked at random. Donations $5 or up get priority and full readings. You can donate on Venmo or Cashapp, Astro-Ascension 5. So go ahead and ask your question. I love using the dice. It adds a lot more meaning to the interpretations. Alright, Cat Goddess, what can I potentially expect soon or even in the month of April, potentially? Lady Nyx, Celine. Lady Nyx, Selene, Artemis, Hecate, Lord, Apollo, Ornos, Helios. What can Cat Goddess potentially expect soon or even in the month of April? What can Cat Goddess expect for the month of April? What can Cat Goddess expect for the month of April? What can Cat Goddess expect for the month of April? What can Cat Goddess expect for the month of April? What can Cat Goddess expect for the month of April? What can Cat Goddess expect for the month of April? All right, in Saturn's position, we have the three of Wands reversed. Jupiter position, we have the 9 of Wands, and in the Mars position, we have the King of Swords reversed. Mother Panda, I'm using the Celestial Tarot. Okay. So, in Saturn's position, we have the 3 of Wands reversed. So the challenge for you, Cat Goddess, is that I feel like you're not really putting yourself out there too much to put your to go towards the future here, with the 3 of Wands. So this is about going on a journey, traveling forward. So yeah, this is moving forward here, and it's also like this. It's also being courageous, in a sense. So, but when this is reversed, you're having trouble. You're having trouble with being confident in life. Confident in your path forward, in the road forward for you. With the 3 of Wands reversed here. So, since the three of Wands is Aries in Jupiter in Aries. So what this is that it's like this confidence, expanding your action, assertiveness to move forward in life here. So now Jupiter position, we have the 9 of Wands. So it feels like it's like dragging on, but also it brings an expanding focus for you. So 9 of Wands is the Sun in Sagittarius. So this is like looking forward towards the horizon. This is like focusing forward into the future, into optimism, being positive. But with the 9 of Wands, this just shows challenge and fighting the monster. So also 9 of Wands is challenge. So you're gonna have challenges in life here, with the 9 of Wands. So now finally in the Mars position, we have the King of Swords reversed here. So I feel like here what Mars is saying is that you may need to weigh your options here. That's what Mars is saying here. When this is reversed, it does show that you need to weigh your options. You do need to maybe take a step back, and reassess moving forward in your life here, and the reason why you're having these challenges here. So I feel like you may be approaching it a little too emotionally at this time here. So that's what I'm seeing here in this message, and I'm going to do the astrology dice. Alright, so we have Uranus in Taurus in the 10th house here. So, yeah, this is about this is about like the moving up here. It's like Uranus is in Taurus. It's like getting out of your comfort zone. That's what I'm seeing here. It's like you getting out of your comfort zone. The ground is unstable for you. But at the same time, you do need that instability here to grow up, to really move forward in life here. So it's the 10th house is a house of career. It's a house of leveling yourself up. So in that regards here, it does bring a little instability. It does bring in shaking of the foundation here. Like you have the 9 of Wands, you have the 3 of Wands reversed here. So it does bring that sense of you don't have much confidence in yourself, but you do need to step out of your comfort zone here, in that regards here with the Uranus and Taurus in the 10th house here. So hope this resonates for you, Cat Goddess, and thank you for your question. My pleasure, Cat Goddess. I have not sculpted anything like that. I do have a zodiac pendant that I wear daily, and I have a planet bracelet with all the planets of the solar system, including the moon. And I have a bracelet that has amethyst. This is my connection to Nyx and Hecate. And then I have clear quartz to charge my deck. I am gonna start building an altar when I get the chance, um out of what I have. Yeah.